You know what I'm in the mood for? A good old-fashioned grudge match fight to the death. And no, I'm not talking about...
My name is Gladiator.
I'm talking about a head-to-head-to-head comparison between three cameras that were recently released. You have Canon, Fuji, and Sony all dropped new cameras, each with its unique place in the industry. But my question is, which one of these will have the most impact? Now, I'm going to give you my 2 cents a little bit later.
Oh, well, allow me to retort.
In the comments if you disagree with me. But for now, I'd like to ask you to help me out in my grudge match with other YouTubers as we fight for eyes on our videos. Now, you can do this by giving the like button a quick little love tap. Now, this is going to tell YouTube that this video is worth showing to other people and it's going to help to grow my channel. Your participation is greatly appreciated. Now, let's do what you're here for and talk about photography. Now, there have been rumors about a new budget-friendly RF mount camera in the horizon for some time, but most folks didn't think it was going to arrive until later on this year. But Canon just pulled a fast one and unveiled the new R100 a few days ago, and it's a welcome addition to the EOS R family. Now, the R100 is the natural successor to the EOS M in the Rebel lineups because it's basic. It's entry-level rig with a bargain price of $480. And despite being an entry-level camera, it offers actually some surprisingly pretty decent specs. For example, there's a 24.2 megapixel APS-C sensor and a Digic 8 processor. The camera records cropped 4K video at up to 24 frames per second and full width 1080p HD video at up to 60 frames per second. Now, it also has Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, autofocus, and face and eye detection. Now, these features are all wrapped up in when you look at it, it's just a small little body, 4.58 inches by 3.37 by 2.71 inches. Now, the right side has a small grip, a USB port, and a micro HDMI port. Now, on the left side, you have the microphone jack and a port for the intervalometer. Now, the top has some pretty basic controls like the on-off switch, a video record button, a control dial, and a shutter release button. Now, on the back, Canon kept with the simplicity theme with 6 buttons and 4-way control pad. Now, there's also a 1.04 million dot rear LCD and a OLED EVF with 2.36 million dots. Now you flip this thing over and on the bottom you have a battery compartment and a single UHS SD card port. So the million-dollar question here is, are people going to buy this thing? Now, personally, I thought about this. I think this is going to be a slam dunk for Canon. At this price point, I can see tons of people getting rid of their old Canon Rebels and investing into R100, and I'm guessing this is what Canon is banking on as well. Now, if you want to learn more about this little guy, I'm going to put a link in the description so you can pick up one or just learn more about it. Now, not to be undone, Fuji recently launched a new camera as well. Now, this is the XS20. Now, this is a purpose-built for people who need compact hybrid camera to handle everything from selfies to landscapes to recording high-quality video for YouTube. Now, the camera uses the same 26-megapixel X-Trans CMOS 4 sensor as its predecessor, the Fuji XS10. But this new camera gets better performance because of the new X Processor 5. Now, the processor is what gives the XS20 a super mega boost in features. For example, thanks to the X Processor 5, the camera can capture over 1000 JPEG or compressed raw images at 8 frames per second when using the mechanical shutter. Now compare that to just the 105 JPEGs in the 23 compressed raw files of the XS10. Now there's a boost from a 18-shot raw file buffer to a 35 frame buffer as well. Now additionally, when using the electronic shutter, the XS20 can fire off full-size image files at 20 frames per second and do so for up to 256 JPEGs, 79 compressed raw files, or 28 uncompressed raw files. Now compare that to the 31 JPEGs, the 17 compressed raw files, or the RAW, in the 17 uncompressed RAW on the XS10. Now, other goodies include a 5-axis image stabilization, a larger grip that accommodates a bigger battery, a 1.84 million dot 3-inch rear display, and a 2.36 million dot EVF. Now, there's even a vlog dial or setting on the top of this thing, which tells you how important video capabilities have become for these cameras. The AI-powered autofocus has been improved as well, so the XS20 automatically can detect all sorts of subjects from human faces and eyes, cars, drones, trains, and even insects. That's pretty darn impressive. Now, this camera will be available for around $1,300 in late June, roughly 30 days or so. If you want to learn more or actually pre-order one of these things, I'm going to put a link in the description for you as well. Now, the original Sony ZV1 was one of the OG vlogging cameras, but as we just discussed, vlogging cameras have absolutely exploded in popularity with various manufacturers jumping into the market since the ZV1 was released, back in 2020. Well, Sony is upping its game once again with the Mark II version of the ZV1. Now, the Mark II version retains the same compact design and lightweight build that people really enjoyed off the original. It just weighs 10.3 ounces, and it has a vari-angle touchscreen LCD that flips forward so you can actually see yourself record. Now, the Type 1 Exmor RS sensor offers 20.1 megapixel of resolution and is stacked, so it offers great image quality, fast readout, especially compared to smartphone sensors. Now, the sensor can't compete with Sony's higher-end vlogging cameras like the full-frame ZV-E1, but it doesn't need to. The ZV1 Mark II is aimed at entry-level vloggers with smaller budgets. So what does the ZV1 offer in terms of video capabilities? Well, it can shoot 4K 30p video and full HD video at 120p. You get the built-in slow and quick video modes, several in-camera video processing modes, and S-Log3 and S-Gamma3 Cine options if you prefer to edit your videos in post-production. Now, other features to note here include face detect autofocus, real-time tracking autofocus, real-time eye autofocus for humans and animals. Now, the camera can even set the exposure to track your face in the frame so you're sure to look your very best. Now, ZV1 comes out in mid-June, actually another June camera, and is priced at $900. Again, I'm going to put a link in the description if you want to learn more. So, the big question here is, which of these cameras broke the matrix? Which one do I think is going to sell the most? My gut tells me the R100, and not just because I'm a Canon shooter. Sure, the Fuji and Sony cameras have excellent features that improve upon the predecessors in a variety of ways, but neither of those cameras is a game changer, at least in my opinion. But the R100 is, and let me expound why. Not only is the R100 the most affordable RF mount camera that is sure to entice more people to invest in the USR family, but it also shows Canon is thinking purposefully about how it made the EOS M camera and the Rebel DSLRs so popular. And I think the innovation comes packaged up in many different ways, and I think the price innovation here is really going to set the stage moving forward, at least from an entry-level standpoint. And taking the best qualities of these cameras, their compact size and affordability, chief among them, and adding them better tech and giving you access to better lens lineup on the planet, yeah, that's a winning formula. But hey, to each their own. If you have a different opinion of which one of these cameras should be crowned the best new camera for mid-May 2023, let me know in the comments below. All right, friends, and that is all I have here for you today. As always, it's a pleasure to see you, so it's time to ask you to do all the YouTube stuff, so please consider hitting the like, subscribe, and all notifications, so therefore we get to see each other a lot more. That said, I'm going to be shutting off the camera, so you get out there, stay healthy, and take your best shot.